I do have power. Even people that coached me, that can't stand me, will still admit I've got crazy power.
Pro boxing fans here in Riyadh, it's fight week. Mori, pleasure seeing you once again. All them years ago when you fought David Haye, I was there. It makes me feel old in this room, but you know, that's life. Yeah. How are you? How's things?
I apologise again for wasting money on a ticket. Yeah, hopefully you got a free one.
No, I was actually working, covered your fight. Let's talk about this fight. Filip Hrgovic, you've just done an interview, you spoke about, you know, the Croatian fans, you want to sort of appeal to them and sort of tell the people out there that, listen, you're not finished. You are going to be there to cause an upset. People are going to see you're 41 years old. How can this Mori be a Filip Hrgovic? How can you beat Filip Hrgovic?
What they don't probably realise, because they haven't been on the radar, is I've had 12 fights since the Haye fight. I've won 12, I've won 11 by knockout. I've been enjoying boxing, I've been improving. And the thing is, when you look past me, that's fine, but I do have power. So there are many shortcomings in my game. I do have power. Even people that coached me, that can't stand me, will still admit I've got crazy power. So that underdog role, it suits me. We'll go in there, try and read his punches, and then once I can read them and get a feeling on him, I'm going to try and counter him. And when I do counter him, I have to put my whole body into it and, you know, try and basically shake him to the boots, because I'm not going to get many opportunities to get past his reach.
This, from what you're saying, this isn't going to be a boxing match from your side. You're looking to sort of look for a counter opportunity to sort of land on him. And a lot of people have got you as an underdog, but if you do beat Filip Hrgovic, how much does that change your career? How much does that change your life at this point?
Well, the rematch would be worth infinitely more money. This is already a big money fight for me, so the rematch would just be insane. You know, he's #1 contender. He's just like sitting pretty, waiting for that Fury Usyk fight and gigantic payday, and it's very easy for him to overlook me. So, you know, how hard can he train when he's such a big favourite? You know, how serious can he take it when he's expected to win? You know, people are going to criticise him, even if he does win, if he doesn't win easily. So all the pressure's on him. It doesn't bother me one bit.
Before I do let you go, I do want to talk about the main events on this card. I want to get your thought process. AJ versus Wallin, and we've got Wilder and Parker. Yeah. Do you feel like there's any banana skins in them too, or do you feel like Anthony Joshua and Wilder should beat their opponents?
They're both great opponents. I mean, Wallin obviously gave Fury an incredible fight, but Fury's a little bit inconsistent. We just, you know, sometimes he's brilliant, other times not so brilliant. Whereas Joshua in his last few fights may be a little bit technical and a little bit gun-shy, and the casuals don't like that. But there's some pretty sharp jabs and right crosses he's thrown. And I think Wallin, as a southpaw who has good stamina, and don't get me wrong, he's good. I just think he lacks the explosiveness of Joshua. So I can imagine Joshua slowly break him down, cut him up, and probably stop him late.
Wilder Parker, do you feel like Parker goes through that? There's been a lot of talk about Wilder not being as active, being inactive over the last 18 months, and whilst Parker's been fighting away, picking up certain wins. What do you make of that? Do you feel like there's a potential chance of an upset there?
I think Parker lost some weight for his last fight against McKean, and he looked much better. Because when he was coming up, he was a young guy. He wasn't a big heavyweight, but he was so fast. And then he kept getting heavier and heavier, and I think that affected his #1 quality, which was his speed. Last fight, he lost a bit of weight. He looked good against McKean. So I think he's going to give Wilder a good fight. I mean, guys like Gerald Washington, who I don't consider elite, gave Wilder a good fight for a few rounds. So I think he's going to give him a good fight, but I think Malik Scott, taking over as Wilder's coach, has improved him massively. And Wilder, it's interesting because he looks so skinny. He's not a big guy. I mean, he's tall, but he doesn't look like a heavyweight the way he's built. But that guy could knock out a horse. And I just think eventually he'll get that right hand on Parker. I mean, Wilder's power is so insane. He can even hit you incorrectly, he's going to knock you out. He can slap you across the temple, he'll knock you out. So I think with those kind of gifts, over 12 rounds, he's going to find a way to put Parker away.
Cool. Mark, I know you've got quite a few media commitments today, so I'm going to let you go. Good luck with your fight on Saturday night on December 23rd, and no doubt we'll speak to you after that. Thank you so much for talking to Pro Box fans.